and I'm not going anywhere.
Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz defiant and doubling down in the face of allegations that he was involved in sex trafficking and that he had sex with a 17-year-old girl.
And I won't be extorted by a former DOJ officials and the crooks he is working with. The truth will prevail.
Headlining an event for a pro-Trump women's group.
I take the words of Margaret Thatcher to heart. If you want something said, get a man. If you want something done, hire a woman.
I like this new forward-thinking Republicanism. I'm a Donald Trump Republican, and I think that this energy shows that he remains the true leader of our movement.
Matt Gaetz is apparently floating around the idea of running for president. He sent a text message to the New York Post stating that he'd support Donald Trump for president if he ran in 2024, and if not, he'd run himself. A source said that he'd run to support fellow Floridian Ron DeSantis, who is the projected frontrunner of the 2024 Republican presidential candidate. But is this just a ploy for people to forget that he's being investigated for alleged sex trafficking involving an underage girl?
Questions concerning the federal investigation into Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz and if he violated federal sex trafficking law.
Hey everyone, I'm Alyssa Bernardino. Thanks for being here. If you've already forgotten, Joel Greenberg, former tax collector and Gaetz's wingman, pled guilty earlier this month to 6 charges, including a sex trafficking scheme involving a girl who was only 17 years old at the time. Greenberg admitted he paid for sex with that underage girl, gave her illegal drugs, and introduced the minor to other adult men who engaged in quote-unquote commercial sex acts with her. And just last week, it was reported that Gaetz' ex-girlfriend is cooperating with federal investigators.
CNN reported federal investigators had secured the cooperation of the congressman's ex-girlfriend and former Capitol Hill staffer. She is seen as a critical witness to the investigation.
In the midst of all this, Gaetz has continued to host America First rallies with Marjorie Taylor Greene, and he's basically continued on with his life as if nothing has actually happened.
Hosted by 2 firebrand House Republicans, one kicked off her committees for controversial statements, the other facing allegations of sexual misconduct, which he denies. But here, celebrated on the rollout of their America First Trump-focused tour.
This is our first stop, but there will be many more, and America's greatest president and the undisputed leader of the Republican Party, Donald J. Trump, might join us on a few.
He's probably just following the advice of his mentor, Sean Hannity, who told him to pull down a tweet about Michael Cohen's personal life after his actions were found to not reflect well upon the House of Representatives. Hannity texted him, "It will pass. The attention span of people is 0. So I guess we'll just have to see how this all plays out in 2024 if he actually decides to run.